Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I would do a quick video on how to plant garlic in zone 3B. And if you're looking behind me, please don't judge the fact that my garden is not tidied up yet. It'll happen eventually, slowly getting there. But it's getting to the end of October now. It's October 23rd today, and I wanted to get it in the ground now before the snow falls. So this is going to be my garlic bed for this year, or this upcoming year. This is my brassica bed this year. I just chopped up all the brassica plants and then left them here. They will decompose over the winter, so it'll add more organic material to the bed. So I'm not too worried about this stuff being in here. I'll just kind of work around it when I'm planting the garlic bulbs. And then there's still some live plants. I just cut most of these at the roots. The idea is that the roots will decompose as well. They're deeper in the soil, so they will decompose a little bit quicker, and once again they'll add more organic material to the garden bed. So I'm just going to leave those as well, and I will just plant the garlic bulbs around them. So the first thing I'm going to do in this bed is just loosen the soil a little bit. I did amend this bed this year, so I'm not too worried about adding any fertilizer or anything into it. Still some baby carrots in here. Just want to loosen up the soil so the garlic cloves can grow. So just using a pitchfork here. And all of this stuff that's at the top of the bed will also act as a little bit of insulation for the garlic, which, since we are in such a cold zone here, is always nice. I usually just cover everything with like a layer of mulch at the end, which I'll do again today. So I have two varieties of garlic that I'm growing this year. I haven't grown either of these before. I usually grow Music, and there's one that's called like red. It's like a red type of garlic. I can't remember what it's called, but I couldn't find them this year. So I'm going with two varieties I've never grown before. The first one is Legacy, and it is described as a treasured heirloom hardneck garlic from the 1800s that is full of flavor with a fair amount of heat that mellows out during the curing process. So we're gonna try those ones. And then we're also gonna try these Spanish Roja garlic. These ones are also an heirloom variety, and they're supposed to be sweet and pungent, and the actual plants when they grow are supposed to be quite large. So we'll see what these ones look like and taste like next year, but these are the two varieties I'm going to grow this year. So for those of you that have never grown garlic before, you normally buy it like this at the store, but it also comes in a bulb like this when you get it to plant as well. So what you want to do is carefully open up your bulb of garlic here. And you want to separate each of the cloves, and you really want to be careful not to take off too much of the outer wrapping from each of your cloves. But essentially you're going to separate them like this, and then this is going to be planted as an individual seed, if you will. So you're going to plant these in each of your holes, and then eventually next year this will grow into a nice big bulb like this. So I'm going to plant all the Spanish Roja on this side, and then I'll plant all the Legacy garlic on that side. So I'm going to start by just using my little, where did it go? Can't remember what this thing is called, but I'm going to use this to make the holes. You want to plant your garlic about 3 to 4 inches deep and about 5 to 6 inches apart. So I'm going to start making some holes and putting some cloves in. Oh, and one thing I should have also mentioned is that when you're planting these, you want to make sure that the bottom, so where they're all kind of attached to one another, you want to put that down, and the pointy side like this, you want it facing up. Another thing to keep an eye on when you're buying your garlic is to make sure to check your bulbs. So this is an example of a bulb that's starting to go bad, so this isn't going to produce any garlic for me next year, so I'm just going to throw that out. And this whole half of this garlic bulb here is actually starting to dry out, so I should have done a better job checking these ones, but that's okay. There's still quite a few cloves on this bulb anyways. Actually, I might just use my hands for this. It might just make it a little bit easier. And now I'm going to move all of the cut stuff onto this side, and then I'll plant the legacy on the other side. So I have gotten away with not mulching my garlic some years, but this is my first time, or maybe my second time, growing in a raised bed. And because they're in a raised bed, they're not going to be as insulated as they would if they were in the ground. So I am going to add a little bit of mulch to this bed just to make sure that the plants are able to survive the winter. I think that looks pretty good. Well, thanks for hanging out with me today. I hope you enjoyed this garlic planting video. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. And if you liked the video, please make sure to subscribe. I will talk to you soon, hopefully. Happy gardening, and see you next time.